Hey everyone! So today I want to talk about the German cases, because even though I am German and I have had them in German class, it took me quite a long time to understand them, what they do, why they exist, why do we even bother, but they actually aren't all that complicated and scary, which I found out quite late, but yeah, if I can do it, you can as well. So there's a total of 4 cases in German: Nominativ, Genitiv, Dativ and Akkusativ. I know, these names are horrible. Every noun is in one of those 4 cases at all times. And words that are connected to that noun share the case as well. For example, if a noun has an article, it shares the same case. An adjective? Same case. But what do those cases actually do? Well, basically, they show the words' relation to each other. And what does that mean? Let's look at this English sentence. The fish bites the dog. We can make out 2 different parties here. The fish who is doing the biting and the dog who is getting bit. Now watch what happens when we switch the dog with the fish. The dog bites the fish. Suddenly the dog is biting the fish. That poor fish. What we are noticing though is that the one doing the action, the biting, comes before the verb, and the one directly influenced by the action, the one getting bit, ouch, comes after the verb. And we call the left bit the subject and the right bit the object. The action is the verb. SVO. English is an SVO language with a very strict word order. But enough of English now. Let's take a look at the German translations of that sentence. Der Fisch beißt den Hund. Den Fisch beißt der Hund. Notice how the fish and the dog don't need to switch places. And instead, all we have to do is change their cases, because it's the cases that mark the word's relation and not word order. So no matter if you say der Fisch beißt den Hund or den Hund beißt der Fisch, the meaning stays the same. Switching up the word order in German has some other implications, but more on that in another video. And there we actually already have the first 2 cases covered. The subject is in the nominative case and the direct object is in the accusative case. It's not so bad, is it? Let's go on with the dative case for indirect objects. Direct objects are the ones we've covered so far already. Indirect objects are usually the recipient of something. For example, der Hai singt ein Lied. The shark sings a song. We know that the shark is the subject, and so it's in the nominative case. And the song, das Lied, is the object, in the accusative case. But what if he sings you a song? Der Hai singt dir ein Lied. The shark sings you a song. That's nice. And that's also a prime example of an indirect object. You're the indirect object. You're the recipient of the direct object. They sing a song to you. So we put that in the dative case. Certain verbs like geben, to give, or schenken, to gift, that need or can have a recipient of an action also usually have an indirect object. Now all that's left is the genitive case. It's basically the case to show a certain relation between 2 words. For example, der Hamster des Freundes, the hamster of the friend. Des Freundes. The friend is in the genitive case. And when you slap it at the end of another word, it shows that it has a relation to that word. You know, it's not just any hamster, it's the hamster of the friend. So we're basically saying the hamster of the friend, but removing the of and turning the friend into the genitive case. And there we have it, all 4 cases. Nominativ for the subject, Genitiv to show a relation between 2 words, Dativ for indirect objects, and Akkusativ for direct objects. So let's celebrate by creating a sentence with all 4 cases combined. My sister's shark buys you a beer. Let's translate that one into German. Oh, by the way, the baseline case we use when we say words without any context is the nominative. So when you look up a word like the shark in, let's say, Google Translate, it'll come up as der Hai, which is in the nominative form. Meine Schwester, du, and ein Bier. So right off the bat, we can see this kind of possessive relation here, which is also the subject, my sister's shark. Now, the shark is the one actually buying the beer, right? So it must be in nominative and the sister in genitive. Der Hai can stay like that and meine Schwester becomes meine Schwester. Der Hai meiner Schwester kauft. We also have a recipient because the shark is so nice. We must put du into the dative, dir. Now all that's left is ein Bier, the direct object. And surprise, the accusative case form of ein Bier is also ein Bier. Sometimes it's the same. Der Hai meiner Schwester kauft dir ein Bier. Let's look at some more examples and see if you can figure them out yourself. Pause the video if you need some more time to think. Ich gebe der Katze einen Fisch. Fängst du das Monster? Mein Vogel frisst die Frucht des Baumes. And there we have it. You are now a certified expert on the basics of German cases. Bis dann!